Houston, we have a problem. In my previous video on my Rockhopper here, I upgraded the brakes from 180 on the front, 160 on the rear. I wanted to set it up to where it resembled my Stumpjumpper a little more, which comes from the factory with a 200 on the front and a 180 on the rear. So I got all the bits and pieces I needed to swap them over. After getting it swapped over, I found something out. Anytime I would hit my front brake, which is obviously had the 200, well in this case 203 millimeter rotor on it, it would start pulsing. I was trying to figure it out, so I was doing a little research, trying to figure out who, what, and where, and it seems like, you know, nobody had an answer for it. So I was kind of dinking around. I'm watching as I go down my driveway, and I hammered on the brake, and what I would see is my front fork would flex back and pop forward, flex back, pop forward, flex back, pop forward. I was trying to get some slow-mo video of it, but it wasn't coming out very well. But it's what it would boil down to. Here's my fork. I'd hit the brake, it'd pop back like that and snap forward. Pop, snap, just like that. So I did a little digging around on it, trying to figure out what was going on. I did some measuring, and I think what the issue is this fork, even though it's more of a top-end fork, but it's a budget, and it's a RockShox Judy straight steer, which is 1 1/8 inches. However, the stanchions on it are just 30 millimeter. So what I'm thinking, putting that 203 on there was more than what it can handle, because I dropped back down to the 180 and it went away. So anybody that has any, not just not just the Rockhopper here, but I would imagine anybody that has a bike that has small stanchions like that, like I said, in this case it's a 30, will probably run into that issue if they're trying to go bigger than 180. I might pull the rotor off my Stumpjumpper, which has a 200 millimeter on it, and put it on here and see if it does the same thing. I don't know, maybe that extra 3 millimeter was putting way too much pressure on it, and dropping down to 200 instead of 203 might eliminate it, which basically would make my front end identical to my Stumpjumpper. I think what my next option, which is something I've been thinking about doing, is actually Cane Creek sells different headsets where you can take a straight steer and put a tapered in it. However, it has to have specific measurements. If it doesn't have follow within a specific parameter, then you can't do it. I'm thinking it's supposed the inside diameter, basically where your bearing would go, is supposed to measure 44 millimeters, I believe. I'm not 100% sure on that, but that's a different story. Like I said, with my Rockhopper though, I think I'm stuck with a 180 on the front for now until I can figure something else out. So as of right now, I got a 180 on my front and a 180 on the rear. So granted, putting a 180 on the rear does help increase the braking performance, but it's not what I wanted. So just a quick update. If I come up with something different or figure something out that was different that was causing the problem, I'll do another update on it. But as of right now, I'm going to say any bike that has a 30 millimeter stanchion, which in this case this RockShox does. I would imagine most of the Sun Tour forks, I think most of theirs are just a 30 or possibly even a 32 millimeter. Probably won't work. In the description for this video, I'm going to put what the measurements, actually I can see it from here, it's on my Stumpjumpper, it's a box 34. So that's, what is that, 2 sizes bigger than what this one is? Because I think they go in 2s. So you got a 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, at least for Fox. RockShox I don't think does numbers, but I think their sizing's the same way, it goes in 2s. So, well, that's all for now. I just figured I'd do an update before I forgot. So, but like I said, if I can figure out something different that was causing it, and I can run the 200 millimeter on the front or 203, I'll let you know. But that's all for now. Thanks for checking out my video.